Hello, folks. I'm here with another gun review, but this time it's going to be something a little different, something a little more old school. This is going to be a short review of my Smith and Wesson 29 Classic. At the time when I bought this in the mid 1990s, and I was originally looking for a Smith and Wesson 686, but the compensated one. Back then, I guess the performance center for Smith and Wesson were just coming out with these compensated 357s, and it was all the rage back then. So they sold out very quickly. So I was able to find this particular firearm, the 44 Magnum. I thought it was a little bit overkill for what I would like to do, but who couldn't resist to have a 44 Magnum, the particular gun that Dirty Harry uses? As you see here, this was like a little bit of a limited run at the time. You see in the gold lettering Smith& Wesson 44 Magnum, and on the side here you see 29 Classic. Again, with written with the gold. This is nicely blued. Just so you know, this gun is unloaded. I just took the bullets out right there, so you'll see them right there. But like I said, this is a really nice firearm. I had the fun time of shooting it several times back when. It has a very, very, very smooth double action trigger pull. Very smooth double action trigger pull. But the best shots are basically fired in single action. And your single action is very, very crisp, very smooth. And like I said, it's a very smooth action for the double action trigger pull. Uh, Single action was really good, and it's one of my favorite pistols that I like to keep as like a collector's item. I used to call this my once a year gun. So I used to go to the range, fire it, and then put it away in the box, and then come back again once a year and fire it. What I like about this is this gun is very, very accurate. Uh, it made me look like a champ, and I always consider myself an average shooter, but it made me look like a really good champ, like I'm a shooting professional. At 50 yards, this is pretty dead on. Your first double action pull, well, it's even though it's smooth, it just had it slightly off, just slightly off from the other groups, and the other groups I got within 3 inches from at least from 45 to 50 yards. And that was at a decent indoor range, and I was really shocked that I've had the best accuracy with a revolver. It was told to me before that a revolver shoots a lot more accurate than a semi-auto. As you see here, one of the best features here is the full barrel underlug right here. And full barrel underlug, I guess, from what I heard before, it helps to distribute the weight. So when the gun tends to recoil up, at least you have a little bit of weight to keep the barrel down. And it's a really good gun. I really like it a lot. And I really need to shoot it more than just once a year, but I've only shot 44 Magnum rounds out of it. I never tried to use any other rounds in it, but maybe I will do some experimenting with that later on. It's just a beautiful gun. I like the way it looks with the red ramp for the front sight, the adjustable sight in the back. I think it would be a shame if I would put maybe a friend of mine who's a hunter. He said he's going to plan to put a scope on the top here, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. It to me it just destroys the beauty of the gun. He's a hunter, so maybe that suits his purposes. But out of all the semi-automatic handguns I have, this is just a classic. This is a classic look, classic design, and it's old school. So you can't argue with that. Love the gun, and everybody should have at least one revolver in their collection, if not a 44 Magnum, something else. All right, that's all I have to say, and you take care.